a licensed physician, not giving medical advice, and I just saw another YouTube video on where you inject anabolic steroids gets more growth than the rest of your body. People might call it site enhancement or local growth. You can call it all sorts of things, but there's a lot of people on YouTube that will say one thing or the other. I want to clear things up. So, you're going to get most of the activity from a typical esterified anabolic steroid systemically. However, you do have esterases just floating around your body, and probably some inside your cells. I don't know for sure, but I think there are. But you do have them in your blood everywhere. So, say you inject your shoulder. It's pretty much immediately getting de-esterified and made into the active compound in your shoulder. However, a lot of it does need to travel to your liver to get de-esterified. But you're still getting a slightly higher amount of it active here because you're getting that little amount that was de-esterified in your blood and probably some that's in your cells. And you're getting the stuff that started in your liver. Whereas the rest of your body only gets the liver stuff. On top of that, when you inject an anabolic steroid, you are injecting oil and solvents, who knows what exactly, unless you have a pharmaceutical preparation, which hopefully you do, and that tells you what. But I actually said who knows what because they're all different. Even different pharmaceuticals use different things that they mix them with. And that stuff can cause local inflammation, and often does for a lot of people. That's going to cause some increased amount of growth. On top of this, if you have non-esterified anabolic steroids, like say you have injectable Winstrol, it doesn't need to go to your liver. So where you inject it is getting a way higher concentration than the rest of your body. So if you have test base, injectable Winstrol, whatever it is, it's going to have a lot of localized growth effects plus the inflammation. Because you've got the active steroid all being in the highest concentration there by far, plus the local inflammation, because those preparations tend to cause a lot of inflammation. So there you have it. I hope that puts to rest the conversation about whether anabolic steroids have local effects where you inject them. Some people say, oh no, it's just bro science, like it needs to go through your liver before it affects any body part. As I just explained to you, it does not. Esterified steroids will be slightly de-esterified where you inject them, and on top of that, you have the inflammation from the oils and the solvents. And non-esterified steroids, well, they don't need to travel to the liver at all, so they reach a really high really high concentration where you inject them. Hope you like this video. Check out my other videos. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Comment something you're curious about. Because, not to be arrogant, but I know a lot about the human body. I'm not just going off whatever some other people go off of. Go off reality. Now, of course, you have to also take into account when I say, like, what happens with people. Just because something in theory should work doesn't mean it will. But this does work in theory and in reality. Well, it's not just theory. But yeah, on every level, this has proved itself to be the case. And there's no way you can discredit how the human body works, because it's known to work in the ways that I just told you, and you see the results.